Hi everyone! Happy International Day of the Girl. We're going to connect with CARE and chat with them today. If I can find them or figure out how this works. But basically, today is International Day of the Girl, and we're going to discuss with this incredible woman, Madhu, who's worked with CARE for 13 years. We're going to discuss how we can help young women. We're just going to wait for CARE. How are you guys doing? Let's see. Hi, Joel, I see you. Let's see. Thanks, Joel. And if you can donate to help. CARE is an incredible organization, but if not, just learning about how you can help and spreading the word, and that's just as great. And in the meantime, while we wait, well, thank you guys for donating already. I appreciate that. Let's see. CARE is unable to join. Well, you're supposed to be chatting with CARE. Let's try again. Here they are. Hi. Hi, Madhu. This is incredible, Madhu. She's been working with CARE for 13 years. She's worked on making sure that girls can get an education. Oh, we lost her. We may have some technical issues, but she's an incredible woman when she joins back in. She has worked on education, making sure that young women get educations, equal rights. She's helped during the pandemic, making sure that women have access to computers and phones and ways that they can go to class because all of school shut down. So she's a really incredible woman, and she's going to talk to us about how we can help. Let's try again. Now they've declined. It might just be me, guys. So I'm going to try one more time, and then we can just chat, just us. Thank you guys for the donations. I'm going to try one more time. Hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening, Alex.
Oh, no, it's okay. This is sort of par for the course with Instagram Live. There's always like a technological, but thank you for doing this and chatting with us. So I was just saying how incredible you are. And also we had a brief chat the other day, and how I was shocked to learn just, how many people don't have access to an education, that their lack of ability to get their hands on computers or phones. Sometimes families can afford to purchase these devices. They end up going into um, uh, boys' hands, which is great. Then there is a little bit of inequity for young women. And we all know during the pandemic, especially, you access education online and you go to class online. And so then there's this whole chunk of young women who have just missed out on education. Um, so for you and your experience, because you know so much more about this, what in your experience are other potential impacts of women not being able to, obviously we know how much of a challenge not to have an education, but not having digital devices and not being able to go to school?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alex, and thanks for having us join you in this conversation. Um, as you rightly said, there's so many of us take for granted in terms of our access to information technology and our devices. There's not even probably a minute we can live without it sometimes. And yet, as you rightly said, there's so many people around the world who either don't have that connectivity or are denied the access to its use, access to the information technology, access to, let alone the ownership of certain devices. And I will say more girls than boys, because we have seen in many parts of the world that it's because of either there's preference for sons over girls, unfortunately, or it's what we expect the girls to do in terms of the roles they have to play, or just in terms of not valuing their aspirations, their talent. And COVID-19 has actually further exacerbated some of these gaps and challenges, Alex. So let me speak to three key impacts that we have seen on the girls because of missing out on education and access to digital information and technology. The first is that it's very likely that this girl will will drop out of school and will get married early. So we have seen a rise in early marriages. So in one of the communities where CARE works in Malawi, we have seen that the marriages in adolescent girls has gone up by 100% in 2020 in comparison to 2019. So we are seeing a rise in the early marriages of girls. The second impact that we have seen is that this girl becomes far more vulnerable to sexual violence, sexual assault, and abuse because she now has lost the connectivity with her social network, with her social support in the community, or even accessing services like as hotline, or if she wants to report a particular abuse. We have seen in some of the countries like South Sudan, Central Africa region, and Yemen that there has been an increase in reporting of cases on sexual violence, abuse, and early marriage. So that's definitely on the rise. And the third impact, and last but not the least, I will say is, it is about the girls, it impacts the girls' ability to learn new skills and therefore the opportunities for having tech-enabled jobs in the future. So it's really stifling her ability to explore her full potential and therefore her aspirations. And as we keep these impacts in mind, Alex, we are all watching the situation in Afghanistan and what it would mean for the education of the girls and for their hopes and for their dreams.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, my heart feels so lucky to have had access to all of these things. I can't even imagine what it's like and how helpless you would feel not to, as a young woman, have the freedom to get education or protect yourself. Um, so yeah, it breaks my heart, and it's amazing what organization, what you were doing for young women in different countries. And that's where the donations are going towards. And if you can't donate, that's fine. Ways just spread the word and learn about this. And I appreciate you guys watching. So how your experience has putting these devices and helping young connectivity, how their lives have been impacted? Do you have any examples of how tangible this kind of thing could be?
Absolutely, Alex. And there's so many stories of hope and opportunities, and they're all so inspiring and uplifting. But let me sort of share a story of this young girl, Sakhi. She's an 11-year-old girl from a very poor family in one of the communities in India. And Sakhi goes to the government school, and she was always very excited and curious about computers. So when CARE rolled out our STEM program in these schools in this area, where we were using the computers to teach math and science to the children in the schools, Sakhi was thrilled. She was so excited to even press this one key on the keyboard of the computer when she saw the computer and took to its learning. And today, Alex, she can actually develop her own animation videos on the computer. And not only that, because of her computer skills and the fact that she had the access to learn science and math from the computer, she is an expert and excels in applying mathematical concepts and mathematical coordinates. She's participated in science, um, um, the events and competitions at various levels and has won so many awards. So when you talk to Sakhi, it's amazing how she will tell you that computer has actually changed her life.
Oh, that's
Uh, it's, about who she is today, how she has learned, and how she interacts with the world. And to me, Alex, this story really exemplifies the courage, the resilience, and dare I say, the audacity and the leadership of the girl to achieve her full potential when the right kind of skills and right kind of support is provided to her. So this story has always stuck with me.
that's great. Um, I'm so inspired by what you guys do. And to everyone watching, thank you for donating. I'm CARE is just an incredible organization, and one of the incredible things about them is you can spread the word, or if you want to support CARE, website, learn more. They're in basically, so they have support systems and groups of people helping young women and people in all over the world empower themselves. And they are providing resources to people all over the world for all different kinds. These things are all interconnected: education, women's rights, all that stuff. So it's a really incredible organization. And I've basically answered the next question I was going to ask you, but how a CARE supporter can help support CARE, but that's essentially it, right?
Absolutely. And thank you for calling that out, Alex. I feel that, the care supporters here can be part of this change in two ways. The first is just raising awareness and educating themselves and being more sensitive about what is that one girl in my family, in my community, or even beyond my community. What does she need? What does she dream to become? What does she aspire? And therefore, what tools what opportunities does she need? And it's about just being sensitive to not just the challenges, but also the opportunities for the girls around us and, so many girls around the world. And the second then is to lend your voice, lend your support, as you rightly said, through collective action, and to be part of this meaningful change. And there's so many different stories, and one can learn so much about the opportunities as well as sort of ways in which CARE has been doing this work on our website, care.org.
Great. Well, thank you. I'm very inspired. Thank you for chatting with us, to everyone watching. You guys learned something. I hope you guys are inspired. Encourage you to read more and do what you can to learn more about this. And you can donate. I have the donate button bio. But just go to their website and learn more. And thank you so much for everything you're doing.
Thank you so much, Alex, for having us in this chat with you and for being a support to so many young women and girls around the world. Thank you.
And happy girl, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.